Hey, my Aries babies, what's going on? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Get ready to do Aries 2021. Uh, the cards have already been shuffled and cut. Thank you to those that have liked, shared, and subscribed. I'm not talking so good. I appreciate you. This year is about timing, missed opportunities, and setbacks. I know y'all like the heel is what it is. I know. I feel you. I feels you. But these are the kinds of things that are going to be expected when we come out of a year like last year. A lot of heavy energy. So things are not going to be right where they should be. Wow. So we'll do the first 6 months, and then I'll lay the next 6 out. So your overall energy with the 6 of Pentacles on top of the 5 of Wands, you may be flip-flopping between caring and not caring about something. You may be in some open conflict with some people, because things, they might be about your money. It could be about romance, because people are just not, things are not for you. It feels like things are not synchronized at this point. There's no synchronized swimming going on in your chart right now. I'm just saying, it's a lot of up in the air, a lot of it's a lot of stress for a lot of you. Your challenge with that 8 of Swords on top of that 2 of Pentacles is not to just have yourself all stressed out and out of balance and in some kind of self-imposed prison because things are not working either as fast as you want or the way that you want. You got to pull and plug through this year. You can't just stop. Come on, Rams. You can't just stop in the middle of the road and start running into shit because you having a rough time. I'm just saying. And I don't even think a lot of you are having a rough time, as it were, but just trying to deal with the blockages that you may be experiencing. Looking at the Magician and the Ace of Cups over here, you got the tools. You got the tools. Especially if you're trying to bring clarity to any situation, up to and including love. You got what it takes to get rid of any blockages. But it's going to take you a minute. And you may have to, up here in your overall energy, detach and deal with the challenges of growth. That's exactly what the fuck we're talking about. Dealing with the challenges of growth. On the back end, with the Moon on top of the Hierophant, that's double major energy. Dealing with your fears. You may be feeling uncertain, but once again, you've got what you need to make this happen. And so then we go back to your challenge about not putting yourself in some self-imposed prison because things are not synchronized just yet. Especially during the month of January, just know that you may have to slow down, but you've got the tools to get rid of anything that's in your path, anything that's holding you up. It may take a little bit of work, but you can definitely do it. Looking at the month of February with the 3 of Wands on top of the 3 of Pentacles, let's just talk about some change. There, for some of you, and this is definitely relationship related, may be some jealousy and some power struggles. And again, about the spirit of adventure, you're trying to get down with the get down, and there may just be people in your way because they're jealous. They don't want to see you move forward. In some situations, you may be dealing with people that may not like the decisions that you're making. ultimately, with that Three of Pentacles down there, you're thinking about long-term rewards. So decisions that you're making now, you definitely have your eye on the future. But there's going to be some struggles. And for some of you, it's family. You know, well, how come you're doing this? And why don't you invest your money? And for some of you, you may have to just step off. Here you go with that Six of Pentacles. That cool, calm, collected, you know what, I ain't trying to hear that shit energy. You may have to just jump in and out of this at will for the next 3 or 4 months at least, so that you can do what you need to do to get back in sync and on track. Getting to March with the Knight of Swords on top of the Queen of Pentacles. You've got inner strength, but for some of you that may require taking a broader view to tap into that inner strength, because you may be looking at the microcosm and you really need to be looking at the macrocosm, that part. So don't have your sights honed in. Once again, kind of comes back to this cool, detached, uncaring. You may have to just pull some of that fire, Aries, out of what you're doing so you can do what you need to do and see the bigger picture. For some of you, you may be dealing with situations that have some deceit. For others of you, you just may be dealing with your patience being tested. I'm just saying. At any rate, if you take the broader view, whatever part of that you're going through, that will help you see the big picture. And that's really probably a good idea for the better part of the year. Try to see the bigger picture and not just the details of the picture. Get to April, so March and April, that's birthday month for Aries. The Knight of Pentacles on top of the Queen of Swords. Here you start, of course, around birthday time, a little after birthday time, that optimism is going to kick in, and you're going to start feeling a little more independent about what you're doing, a little more accomplished. Queen of Swords, definitely about the boundaries and the business end of some shit. The confidence might start kicking in right about that time. The back end of the Knight of Pentacles, you got the optimism side. Other side is about initiative. So you taking that initiative, understanding, y'all ain't no slouches. I don't know what you're frowning for. You got it. You're just double checking boundaries, borders, things with interactions with other people, and making sure things are going the way, at least in the direction, if not necessarily right on track, but in the general direction of where you want to go. Looking at May's energy with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, and Taurus just got this in their weekly about that dedication. By the time you get to the middle of spring, which is about May, you'll begin to hear some things. You may get some messages about things that have been going on since the beginning of the year. There may be a comeback around for opportunities that may have been missed. It'll be pretty much just a general spirit of cooperation, depending on what you're dealing with. At work, it may be a little trickier at this point than in love, just because of the energy. So you may need to slow down a little bit as you get closer to summer, and look at what's going on, which takes us right to June. There's going to be a tower. This is about change. And again, I had to say this in Taurus reading. Don't be sitting up on no repressed emotions type shit. Don't do it. Just don't do it. If you need to kick the wall, cry on the pillow, whatever, go ahead, get it out. You can't avoid change. That's the bigger note here. You cannot avoid change. And because of any kind of tower moments this year, we come right back here. That's your challenge. Just don't get hemmed up into some mental prison about, I can't do this, self-punishment. No. And stay in balance, Aries. I know that sounds easier said than done, but don't go too far left to center. Don't get too emotional. Don't be too unemotional. try to keep and maintain some balance, especially the first part of the year. And if you've got a tower coming, this is going to be about upheaval. Again, if you're trying to avoid change, the universe will sure enough cure you of that and remove people right up out of your experience, and people you thought never were going to transfer, now suddenly transferring to Alaska or Arkansas or Texas or somewhere. Whatever. I'm just saying. So get flexible, Aries. Get a little flexible. Things are happening. Then you go from the Nine of Cups to the Ace of Cups. New people coming August, September. Your June Tower moment is going to trigger some October unforeseen events. Just throw that out there. July, the Chariot on top of the Nine of Wands. And now I'm just feeling the energy. You're closing a chapter. And even if that closure started at the end of last year, by the time you get to July or August of this year, done. Closed, book closed. And it's about you moving on. As long as you stay doing this and not doing this, you should be okay. So that's telling me you're going to feel like doing this a lot. Just getting in your own head and putting yourself on punishment and not moving forward. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Move forward. Even if the situation is confusing to you, keep pushing through. Keep pushing through. When we get to August, another tower. But this has got something to do with people around you and how their tower basically is going to affect you. So going back to people that you thought were never going to be leaving, now you got open spots at work. You know, the secretary's going to Mexico and the underwriter is going to Chicago. What we going to do? And so that tower that comes in August is going to have a lot to do with other people. And obviously talking about hidden causes, you never really know why somebody's leaving their job unless you're friends with them and you know them like that. So there may be some things that come out that you were unaware of. But follow your intuition. Know that new people are coming. And try not to, again, get into any kind of self-imprisonment or self-punishment, feeling like you did something, said something. It ain't even about all that. We get to September with the Knight of Swords on top of the Fool. Don't be reckless. And try not to. If you're going to be about the business, be about the business. But don't, the energy here is don't be so rigid. Don't be so rigid. The Fool takes a risk. And he's definitely not looking like him, right? So yeah, you need to have that business mind, but don't be inflexible. There's room, whatever you're trying to do. For those of you that may be trying to buy a house, don't be stuck on, well, I want to pay $200 for it, and that's all I'm gonna pay for it. Be flexible. Have some wiggle room. Negotiating with employers. Be flexible. You know, don't just come in the door and talk about, I ain't working on Saturdays. Okay, well, next. I'm just saying. Be flexible. Handle your business by all means, but add a little flexibility in there and smile. Hell, what the hell? I'm just saying. That's good energy, though, for new beginnings. Just the caution there to just be a little flexible and don't be so rigid. We get to October with the Knight of Swords on top of the Strength card. There are going to be some unforeseen events. Again, triggering back to the June. Was it June Tower? Yeah, the June Tower and the August Tower. So now there'll be some other things that'll come to light, more or less. There'll be some unforeseen events because maybe a situation where somebody gets fired, or additional people are hired. Again, these are unforeseen things happening, and so you kind of just fill in the gap. You still may be second guessing yourself, though, about your capabilities and what you can do. Just saying. There's no reason for you not to think that you can't do that. Whatever limitations you think you're trying to put on yourself, don't. Once again, that self-imprisonment shit, just don't. The backside of the unforeseen events talks about dedication. So you may need to rededicate yourself in some area to help things go a little smoother. Getting to November's energy with the 9 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. Some of you, and this is not going to resonate with everybody, but some of you may actually see some dreams come true, but you still may have a feeling of stagnation. Like, ooh, I did it, but damn, well, this is all the money I get. I thought when I got promoted, I was going to get an extra 100,000. Why I only get 2,000? I don't understand. Going to be that kind of energy. Drill down into that energy, Aries. If something is not looking or matching what people said, dig down in it. Now, here, don't get stuck. There's balance on that side. Don't get stuck. Don't stagnate. And we come right back here to the Strength card talking about second guessing yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. Say what you need to say. Get the information that you should have and make a decision from that point. But don't dwell on it. Don't be running around telling everybody, hey, fuck me out my money. Okay. At the end of the year, the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Swords on top. I know everybody look at the 3 of Swords. Somebody cheating on me. Yeah, it's not always about that. Here, it's about keeping a distance. Keeping a distance. And I'm going to say maybe some of you at this point will get to the new people in August. So you may, that could be love related, be meeting some new people. But you're not sure, especially if you're coming out of a situation that was sticky. Just not sure if that's what you're doing or if that's who you're doing. So the end of the year may kind of end up in the air. Trust and believe January and February 22, you definitely start sealing the deal on some things. So I would say this year, it is about setbacks and a whole bunch of dumb shit going on. But use this time to start organizing areas of your life that you want to push forward. So if you have a project that you've been working on, if you've got something entrepreneurial that you're thinking about starting, this is a year to start laying the groundwork. If you need to do LLC business work, if you need to talk to a tax person, however that's resonating with you, this is a year to do all that running around and to keep yourself moving. Focus on whatever it is and track your list. What you're supposed to do today. What are you supposed to do tomorrow? That will keep you out of this energy and keep you a little more balanced. Let's see what the Granny Oracle's got to say for you, my dear Aries. Close the door. So yeah, some of y'all trying to hang on to whatever you're coming out of. Just go ahead and walk through. Just close the damn door. Whatever's on the other side of it, leave it there. Whether that's job, relationship, whatever. Close the damn door. Ooh, came up again. Are you being ghosted? Now, the Taurus reading I just did, this card popped up, but the energy was that of, are you ghosting someone? But here for you, Aries, are you being ghosted? And this is not just even romantic. Some of you may have your eyes on a particular job. And you go through all this stuff and talk to all these people, and then you don't get no phone call back. Pay attention to that energy. Again, don't let that get up in your head and have you on punishment. I can't get another job. Nah, that ain't it. Once again, anything that's being held up this year, look and make sure that you have everything you need to make whatever that is go. Delay is, not going to say delay is your friend this year, but I'm going to say delay and setbacks are happening, so you can review processes and make sure things are going the way they're supposed to be going, or that they can. Make that call. Some of you need to call somebody. Family, business, romantic, whatever. Go ahead and make that phone call. Those of you that needed that answer, there it is. Make that call. Once again, clear the past. Don't be on that self-punishment, that Eight of Swords bullshit. Clear the past. Whatever's behind you, leave it there. If it's not coming with you, leave it there. Just leave it there. There's no reason for you. And you see the little heart with the wings. You'll speed this process up if you do this. Just saying. I'm trying to get in new relationships and wondering, I can't understand why I can't find no new relationship because you still talking about the old one. I'm just saying. I'm guilty. Trust me. Call on your angels. In those moments that you feel like you're getting out of balance, or you want to put yourself on punishment, or shit is just all over the place. Call on your angels. They will, I promise you. I just did it the other day. They will help, and they'll clear up your shit faster than you can. I'm just saying. Pray. Those of you that need to, I don't care, head letters, Jehovah, Yahweh, whoever. Pray. And just take your attention for a hot second off of all of everything that's going on with you. And just pray. Pray for you and pray for the next person. Aries, I'm going to leave it here. I hope y'all have a good weekend. I especially hope y'all have a wonderful 2021. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.